Welcome to Wrestling with Fitness, a monthly accountability podcast hosted by Shotgun Wrestling Radio's Zach Thesz and the Wizard CZ of Card Subject to Change. Fitness-minded guests from the world of indie wrestling. Now let's head into the studio with Zach and CZ.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special pre-recorded edition of Wrestling with Fitness. I am the Wizard CZ, and as you can see, we're not doing our normal setup. We're not in our individual places with the little boxes.
I could reach out and touch you if I wanted
to. That is my co-host, Mr. Zach Thesz from the Shotgun Wrestling Radio podcast, and we are in Waterloo. It is Hall of Fame weekend, so we're recording this a couple weeks early. Just out of convenience,
yep.
You know, and we're all in one place, so
why not
as well.
Yeah. So our guest at this time, many of you would probably recognize him if you've gone to any Impact Pro Wrestling shows over the course of the last 25 years, as Impact Pro Wrestling gets really ready to celebrate 25 years of being an independent promotion, as we talked about last month with Nikki Free. We're talking this month. Our special guest is the one, the only, the man that counts the three, referee Billy J. Billy, welcome to the show, my friend.
Well, thank you for having me, Chris and Zach. Pleasure to be here.
So again, this is Wrestling with Fitness, where we talk health, wrestling, the whole works. You've been on a bit of a health journey yourself here lately, which is kind of why I reached out to you and said, hey, let's get you on here. You can kind of tell people about your journey that you've been on. So why don't you go ahead and kind of start from the top? What's your health journey been like for you?
Well, after reffing many years, I stopped for a while. I moved down to Florida. I did ref a little bit down there, but then after that, the promotion disappeared and I didn't have anywhere to referee for. So I basically been doing nothing and just enjoying the retired life, semi-retired life of reffing pro wrestling. And I started to gain some weight, not being as active as you were. And so started to gain weight. And that was after COVID. 2021 New Year's resolution was that I needed to lose some weight, and so I started keto for the first time. Okay. And that's where I started, and I could talk about that more as well.
Yep.
What was there a catalyst to start the fitness journey for you? I know you said it was a New Year's resolution, but what was the final, okay, I got to get back in shape?
Final thing was going on an airplane and almost not getting the seatbelt plugged in or connected. I almost had to ask for an extender seatbelt. I realized at that point I'm getting too big and I need to change my ways. So that's why I decided to do that New Year's resolution and lose some weight.
So you mentioned keto. Talk about, for those who don't know, walk us through what keto is and what started you on that.
So I've been looking up different diets, and before keto, I count my calories and tried to do that, and I realized that wasn't enough for me. So keto, and a lot of people that were doing keto for a while. So I looked into it, and basically you're eating meats, protein, you're staying away from bread, staying away from sugar, stuff like that. So I went on that, and I did that for quite a while. And I got down to I lost like 50 pounds on keto, and I was doing really good. But then on keto, you burn out a little bit. You eat the same kind of stuff. There's those recipes for keto out there, but I'm not much of a cook.
Sure.
So I do a lot of like going out to eat. So what I was doing is I was go out to eat, find a place that has like grilled chicken, and eat that. And then just watch. I had the MyFitnessPal app, and I would count my calories with that while on keto, and I did that for a while, but then again you get burned out, and then you kind of fall off the wagon.
Yeah,
I'm notorious for starting and stopping workouts. I'm doing my best to stick to it, but it's hard, and dieting is hard too. You know, I'm no better than anyone that it's hard to stick to a plan like that. I don't know that I could do keto, but I also know I'm addicted to sugars and carbs and breads and all sorts of crazy stuff. Part of that, I'll mention, I think I've talked to you about this, Zach. I've been watching a few food videos on GMOs And there's just so much crap that they put in food right now. But they put it in there and they make you want more of it because of the chemicals that they put in, and it affects your brain. It's a vicious cycle.
Well, the other thing I've noticed recently too, like you mentioned the chemicals and things. So a lot of foreigners have been over here because of the World Cup. And I guess one thing that foreigners have really noticed with when they've gone out to eat is portion size.
Yeah.
Like our portion sizes are, I guess, huge compared to what they're seeing in other countries. And that, again, that's making a huge difference as well.
How do you portion your food out? Do you use control with portions? What's your daily food regimen look like?
Well, when I was doing keto and the MyFitnessPal doing my calories, I had portion control at that time doing that. I wouldn't. You can only eat so much calories, but based on your calculations of how much weight you want to lose per week. So portion control definitely at that point. But again, it was watching what you eat as well on the keto. But yeah.
What does your day look like now? Are you still on keto? Have you gone back to keto? What are you doing now?
Well, I got burnt out on keto, and then what happened after that? Gained the weight back. I didn't gain more weight back than what I had started. Because when I started keto, I was like 290, and I got down to almost 230. So I lost about almost 50 pounds, 60 pounds. And then I gained it all back, and even more. I added like another 20 more pounds more. I was like, here I am again. And this time the GLP-1 shots have been coming out, and there's been a lot of success with some of the people. Some people have side effects with them. So I was like, I got to talk to my doctor and see if that's an option. And I did. And so right now I'm currently on Zepbound, which is a GLP-1 shot.
I'm on a GLP-1 as well, but more for the diabetes than anything else. I'm on Mounjaro, and I know all about side effects. Take my shot on Sunday morning. Monday and Tuesday, I am just crazy nauseous almost every week. And other side effects later in the week is depending on how good I am with my food.
Some people have side effects, but luckily for me, I have not had any side effects whatsoever. So it's been a great thing for me. They start you out at like the lowest dosage,
right?
2.5 milligrams, and then they see how well you do, and then if you see any side effects, then they'll stop. But then if you don't, like I did not, so they move me up to the next level. Yeah. It's 5 milligrams, and they continuously move you up. Currently, right now, I'm at like 12.5 milligrams, and I think the highest you can go is 15. So, but I'm doing really good where I'm losing about 1 pound or 2 a week, and it's pretty optimal.
That answers what I was gonna ask next, is if you're seeing a big difference. For me, I'm sure the GLP-1 that I'm on would help with the weight loss. I'm addicted to food. And, I've said it on the podcast. It's hard to get away from my cravings, and I'm working to break bad habits slowly and surely. One day at a time, though, right, Zach?
Absolutely. Again, so we can talk about like the diet part of it and everything too, but a big part of it is obviously the physical side, the wellness, the exercising side. If you're doing any type of like workout routine, what's your workout routine like?
Well, I'm not in the gym. I'm not a gym fan. So I did Planet Fitness when I was doing keto. I wasn't joined Planet Fitness, and then I realized that I was just using it for the hydro massage table and I was in the tanning at the time, so I like the tanning beds there, but I wasn't really using the gym part. So that I lapsed that Planet Fitness membership. But currently right now, I'm just trying to stay more active and trying to walk more. I've been doing more daily walks and stuff like that.
Probably, I gotta imagine though that's getting harder for you to do down in Florida this time of year with the temperature, because you guys get the humidity just like we do here in the summertime.
That is true. It is very hot and humid down there, but we have a nice mall area that you walk around in the mall area.
Okay. For kids that might not know, a mall is a place that used to have a bunch of different stores. You would look side to side. Bunch of different stores. People would actually go outside and shop, spend money in a physical store. It was a wild time to be alive.
And for those that are in Waterloo, Crossroads Mall, no more. It has been completely devastated.
Oh,
took it all down. So
you can even go and walk in the abandoned mall if you wanted
nope,
to.
it's gone.
We have 2 malls in the Quad Cities, one on each side of the river, and I haven't been to the one on the Iowa side in a while. I haven't been to either of them in a while, but I used to walk the one in Iowa quite a bit. I know the one in Illinois is just a desolate wasteland. There's a Dick's Sporting Goods like on one of the corners of the mall itself, and there's a bunch of stores in strip malls around the parking lot.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you if there's anything left inside the mall to.
From what I've heard in Cedar Rapids, Lindale Mall is still pretty decent. There's still some decent stores in there, I guess. But again, it's been a couple of years. Last time I was actually there was to work out at the gym because there's a Planet Fitness there. And I didn't really go in any further to see what other stores might be in there. But I know a lot of people kind of do what you do. They'll go to the mall just to kind of walk around because you do 2 or 3 laps, and that's probably walking half a mile or close to a mile, even depending on the size of your mall.
I know with North Park, the one in Davenport, it's if I start at one end, walk all the way around and back, it's a good mile.
Yeah.
So
one of my first jobs was working in the mall when I was like 16. And I would see all the the people walking in the mornings, the old people walking around. I'm like, I'm never going to be one of those people. now I am one of those people at times. So,
well, that's kind of fun too. If you do the same time every day, you end up seeing the same faces every day too. It's like that at the gym.
I was going to say that's that's your experience at the gym.
Yeah, you go to the gym at the same time every day, or whatever. You usually always see the same people. It's like we're always all there at the same time. And I saw a video the other day. Somebody was like, I went to the gym at a really odd time of the day today that compared to what they normally go. And they're like, I'm sure everybody was there that goes there at that normal time was like, who the hell is this guy?
For me, it's walking. That's a big part of my regimen. Now I have a Y membership. I see a trainer every couple of weeks. I don't know if I'm going to continue seeing the trainer, but only because things at my job are changing, and her schedule is Monday through Friday, and my schedule is going to not be conducive to hers. But walking, and then I, as the viewers know, am a big proponent of DDPY.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. It's fun. It's a hell of a workout because it's not just yoga. It's dynamic resistance. It's calisthenics, all rolled into one.
And I've made him walk a lot the last 12 hours.
I'm at about 12,000 steps, if I had to guess, between yesterday and today.
Wow.
I'm at 6,400 today.
I think, I can check. It's a little easy to talk. Don't
we're
dead airs,
we're just anticipating,
yes.
Chris. Come on, Chris.
5,633. I've walked 2 miles.
Nice. Attaboy. So, well, I was thinking, because he's going to the Hall of Fame ceremony. I'm not. I was thinking I'm just going to go down to the pool. They're at the ceremony tonight and hang out at the pool later, because why the hell not? So that'll be my workout for the day. So, but I kind of want to talk to you too. Have you ever really been, because you say you're not like super into like the gym. What is it about, I guess, the thought of going to the gym that just kind of turns you off, I guess is the correct word?
Time.
Okay.
Time is a big factor. Okay. Work keeps me very busy during the week. So, and it doesn't, I'm sitting down at an office job.
Yeah.
But it doesn't affect me physically. It's mentally.
Yeah.
I need a mental break.
Sure.
And so I just, when I get off of work, I don't want to do anything. I just want to melt in my recliner, and I do my sweepstakes, entering sweepstakes online. So I'm doing that, and which earns me some side money that way. But it's just having to go somewhere after working. I just can't do that every day or every other day.
They always make the old joke that, parents especially, asking them to go anywhere after 5 p.m. It's just like it's a cardinal sin. Like, why would I want to go anywhere after 5 p.m.? Just leave me alone. I want to stay home. That's why, for me, I love working out in the mornings. Which, if you would have told me this a year ago and said you're gonna enjoy work a year from now, you're gonna be a morning workout, I would have said no. But as the year progressed and we got more into like the winter months and you got closer to the New Year's resolution, it's like that nighttime post 5 o'clock crowd just got so damn crowded and like you couldn't get anything in. And I'm like, this is fucking stupid. So I ended up just starting to go at like 5 in the morning, and it's like, it's definitely not nearly as crowded there. And it's like, okay, great, I can get my full routine in just fine.
And right now, if I'm not seeing the trainer, I'm usually just walking the track at the Y because it's way too humid to be walking outside right now. But I have weights at home that if I want to, I can do them. But usually the DDPY is enough to get me through the day. I don't know if I'll continue the Y membership once I'm done with the sessions that I have. I don't even know that with my schedule changing in a month, I'll be able to get all the sessions that I still have left in. So, but yeah, I've learned a lot from the trainer as far as weight work, what to do, how to do things. So I have that going for me if I need to, and I do use it on occasion, but more so only when I see the trainer at this particular moment.
Yeah. So that's going to be something, Billy, that you mentioned, because obviously you being a referee for all those years, being a ref is actually a pretty active part of being just as active as being a pro wrestler. I'm sure that's something that you've missed, just because it's like, okay, hey, this is how I do my exercise routine is refereeing 2-3 times a month or whatever. I'm sure that's something that you've really missed.
Yeah, I was younger. When I was younger, I was very super busy reffing shows. Sometimes I was only a referee on the show. So I'm reffing 5 or 6 matches per show. And then we would get into the fair season in the summertime.
Oh God, yeah, those fair shows
are outside.
Yep. In this type of weather, like for those of you that are in Iowa, it's 90 plus degrees right now. And I know next week IPW starts the fair tour. Yep. And looking at the forecast this morning, it ain't gonna be very fun for them. No. It's gonna be hot and humid for them. And it's like the other people I feel pity on are the poor guys who have to set up the fucking ring. Because that's hot enough to do on a normal day. Add this humidity with it.
And tearing it down.
Oh,
after it being out in the sun for hours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not good.
Yeah, I have all the I am part of a ring crew, so I fully understand it. But I'm like, if you ever want to be a part of pro wrestling in some way, shape, or form, I think everybody needs to experience ring crew at least once.
Yep.
That would be my one thing I'd say if I to tell anybody. Like, you need to experience being on the ring crew at least once, if not twice, just so you know what it takes to get the show up and running.
I've done it. The one time I was ring crew, it was me and the promoter.
Oh.
That was it.
I've been there.
Yep, been there. Yep.
And mostly me.
Yeah. And that always ticks me off too when stuff like that happens. And then you see I know we're kind of going off topic here a little bit, but
yes and no.
Earlier in the week, you'll see like an email from the promoter saying, hey, call times, blah, blah, blah. Ring setup is blah, blah, blah. It's like you would expect more of the workers on the actual show to show up for setup time.
I've never been a wrestler, but I will say this: pay your dues, go help set up the ring when you're young and coming in. That will mean a lot to the promoters.
And I will say this too: even if you want to get into a promotion and you don't know how, reach out before they have a show. Reach out on their Facebook page and say, "Hey, I would love to come work for your promotion. What time do you guys normally set up the ring?" Because I guarantee you, the promoter will definitely take your help setting up the ring.
Yeah, we always enjoyed having people come and help us.
Yeah, the more help, the better. And it's funny because you always have more help for teardown than you do setup.
Yep.
And promote the shows also. Set up the ring, promote the shows.
Yeah. All right, so Billy, we're here to kind of celebrate 25 years of Impact Pro Wrestling. You've been a huge part of that over the last 25 years, and I know IPW's schedule's been really weird since you kind of moved down to Florida, where they're definitely not running as consistent as they were. But for you, man, let's go ahead and talk about some of your favorite IPW moments over the last 25 years that you've been a part of.
There's several. So IPW started in 2001. I started in 2002. So, and I've been doing it ever since. Well, plus moving down to Florida, not as often, but every once in a while, I've come back up here and referee. But there's been so many moments. You guys were down in the Delta Dome
Yep.
back in Delta, Iowa. I remember I missed those days. Those are always fun crowds. We have like fires happening across the street, people burning trash. Those are always fun. The shows at the Forte down in Des Moines were always great. The Hall of Fame shows. I was a part of it when it was down in Newton still. We ran a show down there in Newton. I helped out with that. And then it moved here to Waterloo. And then Harley Race ran a couple shows, Hall of Fame shows. I was a part of that. And then Impact Pro Wrestling took over and did that for many years. So, I mean, there's been a lot of highlights. Those are some of the highlights. We did the Bacon Mania one for the Bacon Fest down in Des Moines. That was awesome. I ref 16 shows or 50 matches in one show. So that was crazy. That was a long day, but we got bacon afterwards. So
I would damn sure hope so.
So yeah, there's been a lot of moments. Some of them I forget, but I have a bunch of pictures and videos that people have taken, and I get to reminisce sometimes. So
I can imagine the conversation if I were in that position. Hey, we need you to ref 15 matches. Hell no. We'll give you bacon.
Fine.
All right. I'm in.
Just when you think you gave me enough, add more.
And I had bacon on my referee shirt. So
I remember that. Yep. I remember that. Yep.
That's awesome.
But I will take my payment today in bacon.
Yes.
So what made you want to become a referee? What brought you into the business?
Oh, well, I always loved pro wrestling. Grew up in the 80s, 90s, but Hulk Hogan was my favorite at that time. And I always wanted to be a part of it. And but I didn't want to be a wrestler because, I mean, I'm tall enough to be a wrestler, but I didn't want to get injured and stuff like that. But I wanted to be a part of the show. So we used to have a kind of a backyard promotion here in Cedar Falls at UNI campus, Cedar Falls Wrestling Alliance.
Nice.
And I was going to be security for them for their shows. And they do free shows or whatever. So I was going to do security for free. The referee had quit the week before their show was coming up. And they asked me, hey, you want to be a referee? I'm like, sure. I'm like, I've never done this before. So I watched a lot of tapes, watched the referee, watched them what they do. And I'm like, I have an idea of what I'm doing. So that's how I started. Did the CFWA for a year or so. And then I reached out to Travis and Troy. And hey, it's like, I'm kind of a referee. Do you guys need a referee? And it's like, sure. So my first show was over in East Dubuque, Illinois, at some bar, and that's where I started reffing for. So.
And the cool thing about the ref is, you know, in my mind, the best ref is the one you don't notice until he's needed. But there's such an integral part of everything that's going on because you're keeping track of time.
Mm-hmm.
You're making sure that everybody is healthy and safe.
Yep.
Because when a ref goes down, most people probably know this, but when a ref goes down to the mat after a big move, they're checking on the wrestlers. They're making sure, hey, are you all right? Yeah, I'm good. It's such an integral part, and I don't think it gets enough credit, that particular role for what it does, for what the referee does.
And so I'm going to ask you this too. And being a referee, you obviously take your fair share of bumps and bruises and everything like that. What has been your most memorable bump that you've taken?
I've been bumped a few times. The most memorable one was the fireball to the face.
Oh,
a fireball to the face. Thanks to the big pitcher, who is unfortunately had to vacate his title for this Hall of Fame weekend. But yeah, he threw a fireball in my face.
What was the best and the worst bump ever?
Well, there are no best bumps.
Well, okay, that's fair. But what was the easiest one to take, and what was the worst one?
Oh, I always get bumped in the corner. I get splashed in the corners. That happens. I just get in the way accidentally.
Or someone pulls you in.
Oh, that happens.
Inadvertently.
Happens. Yeah, the jerks, those heel wrestlers.
And no matter how many times you yell at him, he'll claim he never sees it.
Well, I see what I see. That's all I can see.
Maybe you need these more than I do.
No. 20/20 vision.
All right, so we're talking about referees. We're talking about pro wrestling. Who who do you really look up to when it comes to refereeing? Because there's so many great referees that we've seen come through professional wrestling over the years. Who are some of your favorite referees?
Well, probably Earl Hebner for sure.
Yep.
Charles Robinson, Little Nate.
Little Nate. I've heard that dude still runs the ring crew.
Yeah,
at his age, he still runs. I'm like, that is so cool.
Yeah, he's a lifer. He's been on there forever.
Yep.
Nick Patrick,
Yes.
WCW, because of his height, because he's like one of the tallest
Yeah.
referees.
Yep.
And so I look up to them. Plus some of the older referees as well. James Beard, who's here this weekend. I've watched tapes of him.
I loved talking to him after the Iron Claw came out because they were talking about the scene in the wrestling part, like the auditorium. What was the wrestling venue called? Sportatorium. And I know like the recreation of that. James said he's like, it was literally like I was stepping back in time because of how well they recreated the Sportatorium.
Wow.
You mentioned Nick Patrick. Would you ever turn into a heel ref?
Well, if the pay was right, I might.
Everybody's got a price.
It would be a very swerve here if I did it in my hometown of Waterloo, Cedar Falls.
Oh.
No one would see it coming.
Right?
What is your advice for current referees coming up? Because the great thing is we do have a couple schools here in Iowa that are actually training referees, which is great because we can never have too many. So what is your advice for those referees that are starting to come up?
Oh yeah, back in the day, wrestling schools, they wouldn't train referees.
Right.
So you basically kind of had to learn as a wrestler how to work and stuff like that. But what I would tell new referees is I'll watch them and see how their cadence, like how they count, make sure their cadence is not fast, not slow, stuff like that, and learn to stay out of the way. And especially if you're working like a camera angle, a hard camera, you try to stay in the three corners away from the blocking the camera, stuff like that. So I just tell them to watch a lot of tapes. I used to watch wrestling as a fan, but then I would rewind the tapes and then watch the referees in each match and try to pick up some of the tips from them.
Mm-hmm.
So I would tell them to watch a lot of tapes of how to become a referee.
Yeah. What would you say? So I like to ask people the Mount Rushmore question. So let's go with, not for your referees, but in your case, let's go with, what is your Mount Rushmore of favorite matches that you've refereed?
Oh, that's a terrible question. You know how many matches I've reffed? I've reffed thousands. So I don't know. It's hard to pick one.
If we put a gun to your head and said, what's your favorite match that you've reffed? What's the first one that comes to mind?
Oh, well, probably any match with James Jeffries.
Oh, you mean the guy that's going to win the NWA title tomorrow night?
Well,
future
maybe.
NWA champion, or as this airs, current NWA champion,
Yeah.
James Jeffries.
Yeah, James is always great to be in the ring with.
Waterloo legend, James Jeffries.
It's always fun to be in the ring, and then Party in the USA hits and you're in the ring waiting for him to come down.
Every time I hear that I'm not at a wrestling show, it's like, oh, where's James?
Yeah. So James Jeffrey matches back in the day was Johnny Fitness, T.S. Aggressor, Travis, which I don't know if he's going to wrestle. He said he's not going to wrestle.
That's what he
tomorrow
says.
night, but we'll see. I hope he does.
I asked him about that the other day, and he's like, yeah.
Yep.
So,
And then some of the other wrestlers that have come back this weekend, AJ Smooth,
yep.
and then Nikki Free is coming back.
We had him on the show last month, actually, talking about that.
He's
so.
He's big into fitness.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
So yeah, those are probably some of my favorite people to work with in
Right.
the ring.
So bringing things full circle, how do you equate your fitness journey to being a ref?
Well, you need to be fit to be a referee because again, you're moving around that ring quite a bit, especially if you're doing a ref on the show. You're 5-6 matches a show, and if you're doing the outdoor ones, in this brutal summer heat, you need
stay
to
hydrated, folks.
Stay hydrated. Beer after the show, not during the show or before the show. Water, H2O. But you just got to stay fit for sure. I've seen some bigger referees out there, and you just can't move around as much. And
you stand out like a sore thumb.
You do, and then that referee shirt doesn't quite fit.
Yeah. Yep. So, all right. So let's kind of do, Chris, a little bit of like quick fire here. Let's go with what are some of your favorite wrestling theme songs? We all have our favorites. What are your favorite wrestling theme
Party
songs?
in the USA. My own. I used to have my own theme song.
Oh,
too.
nice.
They used to come out the Cops, the theme song. Bad Boys. Anyways, so I came out to that. Yeah, I don't know any of the theme songs from WWF, WWE back in the day.
Speaking of, do you follow current product, and what do you look for?
I don't follow as much as I used to. I still watch the occasional WWE programming, WrestleMania, the PLEs or whatever they call them. I tried to watch AEW. I can't. And I actually just watched TNA last night. TNA was on, so I watched that for a little bit.
Nice,
So,
nice.
but I watch the news. I listen to the pro wrestling news, but watching it consistently on daily basis, I don't.
Oh, I tell people all the time, you can't watch everything. I don't care who you are. I don't care if it's your full-time job. You are not watching everything. It's just not possible. I don't care. I don't care what people say. You cannot watch everything.
I just plug a little thing in my head. I've got a little insert here, and it ingrains everything into my memory.
I believe it.
Because I'm a robot and a wizard.
I've been bumped too many times, so I can't remember half the stuff.
So since you've been a referee, this is kind of another quick question here. Since you've been a referee, you've seen a lot of really cool finishing moves over your time. What would you say is still like your favorite finishing move to watch be done in the ring?
Oh, Tombstone Pile Driver, probably.
Okay.
What's Code Red? I like the Code Red move.
Okay.
That's done. There's been quite a few. Yeah, those are just ones that stick out.
Do you have a pre-match or post-match routine that you follow?
Stretching pre-match. If I'm in the ring, definitely stretch a little bit. I might have to do that tonight or tomorrow because I don't know if I'll be involved.
Well, you should probably
tomorrow.
do it tonight too. Just
Tonight too. I'm getting older. I'm like 45 now, so yeah, probably that. Post-match, have a beer or two, or three.
Billy, if you could book a match that you were reffing, who would be in it? What two competitors would you want to ref?
Ooh.
Well, we're gonna say James Jeffers for one.
Well, James Jeffers.
That one's too easy.
James
He's off
Jeffers
the table.
versus anybody else. If I could go back in the day, again, I was a big Hulk Hogan fan, so I would love to do a Hulk Hogan match, Ric Flair match, Harley Race, Dusty Rhodes, even Mick Foley. All kinds of different ones I want to do back in the day.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What has been the farthest you've traveled for a show?
Well, from Florida to Iowa. No.
Okay. When you were living here in Iowa, what was the furthest you traveled?
Farthest, probably Milwaukee, Wisconsin is probably the farthest I went
Okay.
to. I went over there, did a show for Wow. Who was there? There was one of the WWE, Pritchard.
Bruce Pritchard?
Not
Tom
Bruce,
Pritchard.
the other
Tom.
one.
Dr. Tom.
Dr. Tom.
Yeah.
Tom Pritchard was there. He was doing evaluations.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
basically what I've been told is that I've been too tall to be a referee in WWE or TNA. Even Gerald Briscoe says I'm a great referee, just too damn tall.
Who is your favorite star that you've met when you've been when you've been traveling to wrestling shows?
Lots of stars. We get lots of familiar faces that come back. I've been in the ring with Brian B. Blair from the Killer Bees. That was fun to hang out with him. A lot of this I forget. Been bumped too many times.
I was gonna say he's taking way too many bumps.
Yeah.
Way too many
Not
bumps.
paid
So,
enough.
but all right. So, man, as we're gonna, Chris, how are we doing on time here, my friend?
About 35 minutes in.
Okay.
So we can, if you have more questions, or we can.
Well, I was gonna say for people that would like to follow you and especially follow your fun sweepstakes journey, because I love watching you win sweepstakes. Like, you're the luckiest guy in the world when it comes to winning sweepstakes. Where can people follow you at, my friend?
Well, on my personal Facebook, Bill Jensen, if you're friends with me. But I do have a Referee Billy J Facebook page out there. And I have my own YouTube channel. That's for traveling. I go on cruises and travel and stuff. That's Captain Billy J Travels. Check that out. I haven't done much with it lately because I've been too busy.
Speaking of the sweepstakes, what's your favorite sweepstakes you've won?
Oh, trips. I've won lots of trips.
Nice.
I went to Puerto Rico, went to the Caribbean World Series baseball.
Nice.
And it was through ESPN Deportes, and I got to walk through the production truck.
Oh,
of
nice.
ESPN. So it was pretty awesome.
Me being a TV person, I always love seeing different production
would be pretty
setups
cool,
and
yeah.
control rooms, and
Yeah.
I love that type of shit.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then the baseball games, loudest baseball games I've ever been to.
Nice.
They have air horns going on it, cowbells going. Craziest time down there for baseball.
What's the best piece of advice that you've been given, and what would you share with a new ref?
Just stay out of the way. Stay out of the way. Learn what you're not only how the match is going to finish, but some of the moves that are taking place during the match. Find out if you need to be involved, as in you need to go outside the ring with them. If they go outside the ring, stuff like that. Just to know, what I like to do is I like to find out what match I'm reffing. Then I'll go hang out with those guys and find out what moves they're planning on doing and where I need to be involved. And then I ask them, hey, where do you need me at? And stuff like that. So I would tell a newer referee just to listen and to stay out of the way.
See, that's where it's different from referee and commentator. Because as a commentator, I don't like knowing the finish.
I don't either.
Like, don't tell me who's going to win. Don't tell me the finish. Let me call it naturally. Because I've been spoiled before, and I feel like it does throw me off a little bit.
So it doesn't throw me off, but when I'm helping you with commentary and I know what's going to happen, I find myself kind of looking around waiting for it to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm not in the moment as much as I need to be.
Yeah. So. Well, Chris, I think, unless you have more, I think that's probably a good wrapping spot for us here in this month of July.
Before we wrap things up, Zach, tell them where they can find you.
They can follow me at Shotgun Wrestling Radio. I don't really have much lined up for the rest of this month yet. Hopefully by the time this comes up, I'll have 1 or 2 episodes out at least. So maybe a post Hall of Fame show or something. So it's kind of a summer break right now for me. So.
And, of course, you can find me here on Wrestling with Fitness with Mr. Zach Takis, also on the Card Subject to Change podcast. By the time this comes out, we will be only a few short days from the 4-year anniversary of the start of Card Subject to Change. So I'm so super stoked. We're not doing anything big this year, but I know we will be reviewing SummerSlam. I have it on good authority that my co-host there, Mr. Never Wrong Nick Bull, is going to be in Minneapolis attending the shows. So stay tuned. I'm not sure what we're doing as far as that goes, but that would be, as this airs, what's coming next. Yeah. Any final thoughts, gentlemen?
I don't think so, my friend.
Well, Billy,
thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys having me.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for coming all the way from Florida to be on the show.
Yeah. And this is such a great environment, having everybody together. I hope we get to do this more often. I know that's not easy with where everybody lives and how everybody, but this was cool, a cool experience to be able to do this in person.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. So,
well, that is going to do it for this episode of Wrestling with Fitness. For my co-host, Mr. Zach Takis, I am the Wizard CZ. I'll see you on Card Subject to Change. He'll see you on Shotgun Wrestling Radio, and we'll see you back here next month for another episode of Wrestling with Fitness.